Welcome to the Joyage Kingdom. In today's video, we have my top 5 picks for NFT projects, the most impressive that I've seen so far from a brand perspective. Obviously, there are more than 5 projects that are doing well. These are just the top 5 that I went with. They're in no particular order, and I'm sure there's many that could be swapped in and out in the top 15, top 20 projects. It's going to be very important that you don't listen to which projects I tell you and then just go try and buy them, but rather look at why I chose them, because I only picked 5 for a reason. I could have done a top 10. I only picked 5 because I want you to do your research, figure out what it is exactly about the brand that I think is doing so well, and to use some of those things that you learned to vet other projects in the future. Guys, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. I actually think my Twitter is just as important as my YouTube, just in a different medium. I hope you guys have been enjoying the consistent uploads recently. I'm trying to bring you guys the best content on YouTube, so if that sounds good to you, smash like in this video, click the like button, do the liking, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. As you guys know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's going to take to navigate this metaverse on your own one day. Shout out to the peeps at SupDucks NFT for sponsoring this channel. Sup. Alright guys, so before we get started, I just want to show you guys some of the videos that are coming up. I have top 5 picks for most exciting NFT projects in 2022. Obviously, all the projects in this video are going to be part of that without saying, so I'm not going to use any of these projects that I used today for that video. We have a 2021 review of my life. We have a 3rd NFT collection coming for the Joyage Kingdom, and so I'll be explaining kind of what I'm doing and what my plan is for that project. I have my bear market floor predictions for some NFT projects. I have an announcement where I might be giving away all my NFTs because it's a conflict of interest. Biopills update video. Are they the most bullish NFT gaming project of the next couple years? And then where NFT is headed, upcoming trends to pay attention to. So there's a lot of good videos coming out, guys. I hope you're excited. I hope you're subscribed. These are in no particular order. And again, a lot of these projects could be swapped, for the top 20. There's a lot of projects could fit in this top 5. So first up, you guys already know Biopills, project I called back in September. If you were following me on Twitter, I told you guys this was going to be one of the biggest projects of the year, and it is. They've recently gone from a floor of like 0.2 to 0.8 in the last few weeks. They've got 3,000 Ethereum traded, 3,000 owners for 10,000. The Biopills is like the Genesis collection, right? For all these other NFTs that come in basically for free, right? So if you hold the pill and you hold this, you get this one. If you get that, you get this, you get this one, and the whole ecosystem works. They spent a lot of money. This is without a doubt one of the most bullish projects heading into 2022, because just how much people are excited to actually play and be part of the Bioverse, because of the way they did their marketing, the way they didn't overpromise shit and then under-deliver everything. They did everything right from a brand foundational perspective. And I'm not going to go fully into detail because I literally have full in-depth reviews of every single project I'm covering in this video, and so you guys can check that out. These are a little bit dated, so just keep that in mind before you like jump to conclusions about anything, but I do have reviews for pretty much all these projects. And full disclosure, this is the only project that I actually own one of the assets for. I have one pill, one key, one vape, and then I think I have a craft coming. I don't have an apostle at the moment. My pill is unclaimed. My goal is to be the last standing unclaimed pill owner. I want to have the last one. I'll pop the one I have up right now. It's beautiful. I love it. It's going to be a fun video one day to make it and be like, okay, we're minting my apostle. Next up, we got Doodles. This is no surprise, guys. This was at a 1 ETH floor like a month ago when I reviewed it, and I said they're doing everything right. If they can just put more story and get a little bit more lore and get people more involved in the brand, because that's what they're pushing, right? And so they needed that extra little step, and they continue what they were doing. They just worked on the brand, and now that's what happens. The floor does a 6x basically over the course of like a month, and that's built because people are reinforcing the brand. They're talking about the project. They're getting them excited. They're getting them emotionally invested. And that's how you create diamond holders and high floor prices, because people don't want to sell. That's the same reason my second NFT project, the floor is 7 ETH. Because people don't want to sell my project. I reviewed this project November 7th, 2021, and I said in that video the only reason I didn't buy one is because I wasn't emotionally invested in the project, and pretty much they've solved that problem, it looks like, because people are holding on to their doodles, goddammit. Okay, and for our AMA questions about life, these I do in my Discord. If you're in my Joyage Kingdom Discord, link in the description, you can ask me anything and be featured on a YouTube video. So first we have Wiggins, any tips for starting a crypto gaming YouTube channel? Yes, so I look at this just like how I started my podcast. My podcast started as me talking to a camera, wasn't wasn't planning on posting it ever. In fact, it started without the camera. I would just rant to the fucking wall. And then one day I was like, let me record this, recorded it. And I was like, you know what, this could help someone. So I finally posted it. And then that turned into the podcast over months and months and months. So for crypto gaming, I would say, I assume you mean streaming. And if you mean streaming, just start streaming with a camera. Don't even post it. Just review, look at what you could be doing better. Are you entertaining? Are you even good with people who want to watch you? If you're talking about a crypto gaming YouTube channel like Alex Becker, then you got to be really fucking well versed in the crypto gaming sphere. Hopefully you know your shit, and just start making videos on whatever's trending. What projects are pumping, and talk about that today. Go live, talk about the projects that are dumping, talk about what cryptos are going to do well based on these and that and all these things. You just start making videos. You know, what do you want to see? If your favorite YouTuber was making the videos you wanted to see, what would they be? And make those. And guys, if you haven't entered the giveaway, by the way, for this one of one hat, there's only one that's in existence for non-holders of my NFTs. There's only one that will ever be made for at least for a while. So you can win one of those, or you can win one of those NFT art pieces I showed you in the video before. All you have to do to qualify is go follow me on Instagram, links in the description, and comment on this photo, #JK for the Joyage Kingdom. That's all you have to do. For the third project, NeoTokyo Citizens, guys, they did everything correct. It would be like if I had $1 billion to work on a project. I just know my way around the sphere. I know what people want, and they literally just did everything. They did all the things. All they did was sit and complain for a few months, and then they're like, you know what, fuck you guys, we're gonna make it on our own. They did a free mint. It was about building a community that actually had really smart people who were dedicated to the project. The way they did their whitelist was that you had to like solve all these riddles and problems, and it took so much emotional pull at you that you were like, fuck no, would I ever sell that project? And so they've created diamond holders with a 43 ETH floor. Guys, that is absolutely ridiculous. This works because Alex Becker and Elio Trades have worked on their personal branding for the past few years, and they've amassed quite a bit of following and respect in the sphere. And they're also just, this is their shit. They do gaming. This is what they do. They're gamers and they're businessmen. That's what happens when you mix competent founders with a lot of money and then investors. That's what happens. And I covered them like 10 days ago, so you can check that out on my channel. The next one is CoolCats. It's just an iconic NFT brand, guys. They were one of like the, I guess you could call them like OG, I guess, like in the summer, you know, a few months ago. But they've been here for a while. They've been able to maintain their brand. Their floor did take a bit of a hit, but like nothing crazy compared to a lot of projects. People are very, very dedicated to this project. They're focusing on lore, on story, on getting people emotionally invested. These are literally all the things I always talk about. They're doing all those things. They're not worried about short-term utility, buzzwords, pleasing floor people and fucking moon boys and flippers and stuff. They don't give a shit about that. And that's the reason this project is considered a blue chip. And I covered them December 5th. You can find that in the channel too. And finally, we have the Bored Ape Yacht Club 60 ETH floor price. I feel like there's nothing to even say here. They just, yeah, I didn't even cover them. I don't even know if I'm ever going to cover them because like there's nothing to say. They just literally did everything correctly, and they did it first. And they're just trendsetters. They're trendsetters. They have the exclusivity factor, but they're not letting that be the only thing. They have so much money. Obviously, they've had 280,000 Ethereum traded. So there's a bunch of money circulating in this ecosystem. A lot of people with a lot of money, a lot of connections. And this is basically just like a top tier project that almost no one can get into at this point. It's just so ridiculously high, and so many celebrities are getting in that I feel like this is just going to be one of those projects that you're just like, we don't even know why, but people just want it. And so they've done an excellent job holding onto their brand. They did take a bit of a fucking hit earlier this year, just a little while ago, honestly, with the floor, I guess. I don't know, people were maybe getting cold. I don't know what was going on. I can't imagine having a Bored Ape and being like, yeah, let me get out of this project, right? People who are in the project also know that Bored Ape is clearly going to be a household name brand at some point. So I don't think most of the holders really give a shit about anything other than just holding on to their Bored Ape. And that's kind of the vibe they give. There's certain projects that just have one of those vibes. It's like, bro, you're in the club. You definitely don't want to get out of this club. Bored Ape's a great example of that. Now we have 2 honorable mentions for projects that I think did very well. I just think they're missing a couple things, and I just wanted to talk about them real quick. We have CyberCon and Dogepound. So CyberCon Genesis, this is the project that all the big influencers are pushing. They're all basically in it. It's one of those projects that feels very cheaty. You know, it feels like there's a bunch of insider information. All the big boys got in, and they're all making like $400,000 a year passively with this project. And I think they've done an excellent job maintaining that brand of, we are so exclusive, we are the best, biggest project, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, if you take away the money, if somehow the banana token goes to 0, then like I feel like they don't really got much besides that. I mean, they have a little bit of story to go along with it, but I think they could do a way better job with the branding side and getting people emotionally invested rather than just saying it would be so cool to be in this project because I can make all this money. And I did cover CyberCon's November 24th. Next up, we have Dogepound, 1.55 floor price creeping up. Guys, y'all remember, I covered this video a long time ago. When was this? November 16th. I covered Dogepound. I told you one day it'll go back under 1 Ethereum again, and I'll buy back in probably. And everyone fucking hounded me. They're like, yeah, it'll never go down to 1 ETH. Bro, we're at 1.5 ETH, and we're not even close to a bear market. I'm sorry. I know you guys all want to believe, but there's no project that is safe. Anyways, I always pick on Dogepound because I like them, and I just know that there's so many Dogepound maxis. But the only thing I will push back on, because yes, Dogepound has done an excellent job with the branding, excellent job. They partnered up with D-Race. They've done all the right things. The one thing I will say is, would people have been initially interested in this project had Genre Crypto and Alex Becker and Elliot Trades not pushed this project? So my question for Dogepound is, if Journey Crypto and Elliot Becker and Alex Becker don't talk about this project for a long time, can this project still maintain its hype, its thug nature, and its diamond holders? I hope they can, because I like this project and I would love to be back in it, just because I got out a long time ago and it was one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in NFT land. Anyways, guys, that's my top 5. I don't really care if you agree or disagree. These are just a good set of projects. There's plenty more that are excellent projects that are doing a great job that I'm sure I missed. So please let me know below which projects you think should be in the top 5. And I'm going to make a full video talking about all the NFT art I've bought in 2021. But I just want to shout out a couple of artists I bought from this week. At Creative Viking, I bought the Watchtower, a beautiful NFT piece. So nostalgic for me. Gives me such nostalgic vibes. And then Dom, Angel number 1, and Mother Nature 2. Just beautiful pieces representing femininity, divinity, you know, women power. I love all that shit. I love it. You both have done an excellent job branding yourself on Twitter, and I definitely took note, and that is why I invested in you. Forgot the code word. Code word is cheers to 2022. Again, if you haven't entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is go to my Instagram, follow me, and type in hashtag JK on my last post. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, smash a like, give me a like. Give me all the likes. Subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom, follow me on Twitter at Cade Bergman. And if you want to see more of me right now, click one of these boxes on the other side of me. Until next time, continue on your Joyage. Continue to learn and be grateful you're alive watching this video.